Most of us have got a hugely negative, constant stream of consciousness going on right inside here.
You are nothing. You are a mistake. You shouldn't really ever have been born. No one really loves you. They tolerate you and they smile, but really they are waiting to get away to their real friends.
Psalm 13 was written by the most famous of Israel's kings, the prophet, priest, king, musician, poet, warrior, King David. But despite all of those things, King David was also just a normal human like you and me.
You'll never be as good as people think you are. We know the truth. You are just acting. If people saw what goes on in your head and your heart, they'd be disgusted.
He, like us, had moments of being unfaithful, jealous, fearful, mistaken. He was on the run for years, chased by the previous king, who he'd served and whose son was his best friend.
Your thought life revolves around you. You are insecure and you are weak. You have no power. You are selfish, self-centered, proud, rude, and unfaithful.
David had watched people die around him. He dealt with grief, sorrow, regret, anguish.
One day, people will see you for who you really are. You will get found out. I mean, look at your past. Do you really think that someone with your past can have any hope for change? Your past mistakes and your track record totally dictate your future. There is no hope for you.
People in power mocked him. They laughed at him. His brothers saw him as nothing. He'd had times of deep, deep sorrow.
Compared to other people, you've got nothing to offer this world.
David's answer to all of those things is to fix his eyes back on the God that he knows.
You're a waste of space.
David writes this: "O Lord, how long will you forget me? Forever?"
You are failing at work, you are failing with your family, and you can't even keep your promises.
How long are you going to look the other way?
You can't even keep your own moral code.
How long must I struggle with anguish in my soul, with sorrow in my heart every day?
How could God love you when the people closest to you don't even like you?
How long will this enemy have the upper hand? Turn, answer me, O Lord my God, restore the sparkle to my eyes, or I will die.
People are laughing at you behind your back. People are gossiping about you.
Don't let this enemy revel, saying, hey, we've crushed him. Don't let them celebrate as they watch me fall defeated.
People pity you. They only pretend to like you.
But I will choose to trust in your reliable love. Oh, be glad because you have liberated, transformed, and saved me. I will sing to you, God, because you are always good.
You are nothing.
God knows everything about you, and He loves you. God is interested in your every movement, and He loves all the seemingly insignificant habits that you have. You're designed to be like Him. Divinity is part of humanity. God sees you as his precious child. You're not a mistake. All the days for you are written in God's book, and they have been there since before he even made anything. He's planned you out. God describes you as being fearfully and wonderfully made. God's not distant from you. He's not angry with you. He is the complete expression of love. All the good gifts you have ever had have come from him. He provides for you. He meets all your needs. When God looks at you, he's filled with hope because you are a gift to the world. He put you here on purpose. Jesus has wiped away your broken, flawed track record, and he gives you a clean slate every moment of every day. Every time you take a breath, your innocence is renewed because of Jesus. He's planned out good things for you to do. You don't need to compare yourself to anyone else. Be who God made you to be, not who he made someone else to be. God will provide for you. He will lift you up, and he will restore you. Where you are now isn't where you have to be. God listens to you. His head strains to hear, even your heart whispers that you dare not speak. He sees and knows your pain, and he feels it with you. He knows what it's like to feel tempted and weak and vulnerable, and he will walk alongside you. When you fail, God wasn't taken by surprise. He still chose you and handpicked you, knowing what would happen. And when you fail again, he will still not be shocked. He's seen the end from the start. He wants you. He will finish everything he has started in you. Look back. Look for signs that God has been there. Didn't he give you people to support you? Didn't he give you grace when you needed it? Didn't he go ahead of you? So despite everything, you are still here now. Didn't he awaken something inside you that can hear these words? You are loved. Every prayer you pray causes him to dance. God describes you as his poem.